I went to my friend's house earlier on and she gifted me some apples from the apple tree. She also made this wonderful apple cake, which I am going to recreate now. So these are apples from her tree. They taste really good. You can eat them alone as they are, or make something with them. And in my case, I'm going to make the apple cinnamon cake. They're already washed, but with some apples they don't need washing, especially when they're coming straight from the tree and if they're clean enough. I don't always wash my fruit, especially if it's straight from the tree. I use my judgment on that. So I'm just going to chop them into small pieces, about this size, bite-sized pieces that will go into the cake batter. I don't have a recipe for this. I'm just going to make it up as I go. I'm keeping the skin on. I'm not peeling it. There's no need to do that. It's an apple cinnamon cake, but I'm actually going to add some other spices in it, but mostly cinnamon and a few others. I've got some cardamom in here in my pestle and mortar. And I'm going to add some fennel seeds in there. And some cinnamon bark. I've got some cinnamon powder I'm going to use, but I'm also going to add some of the cinnamon bark. And then grind it. Okay, this is going to go into this mixture. Just going to add it into there. And I'm going to add some ground ginger, some ground cinnamon, and some nutmeg. It smells absolutely amazing. Very, very nice. Especially when you grind the spices while they're whole and then you add them to this, it adds a different kind of, it adds just a different dimension of spices rather than the ones that are already ground when you buy them. Okay, now I'm going to put this to the side. Here I'm going to add my eggs. I decided to add oil first in my bowl. Got the oil in there. Then I'm going to add 3 eggs. Just put this to the side. One of the best ways to get an eggshell out of eggs, like when you crack eggs like this, is to use an eggshell to get them out. It grips better than most things. Oops. If you're in a country where eggs are likely to be off because of the weather, crack them in a separate bowl and then add them to your main ingredient bowl. it, most of it, but there's quite a lot of sugar here. Anyway, I'm going to add most of it in there. And then I'm going to leave this to the side. I'm going to add some cinnamon on this, and I will let you know what I'll do next. Actually, I'll add the cinnamon now. Cinnamon powder. Just mix it together and put it to the side. You can use electric hand whisk if you want, but I am using this balloon whisk. Going to add some plain yogurt or Greek yogurt, sour cream, buttermilk, whatever you have at hand. To add flour, and finally the apple mixture. I'm going to add it all in one go. And mix it with my spatula. So the next thing I'm going to do is now put the mixture into my tray. I've already prepared it with some baking paper and butter. I put butter at the bottom, and then I put the baking paper on top. Just pour it in. You could make a crumble, cinnamon sugar crumble, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just going to add some cinnamon sugar on top. So here's the cinnamon sugar we put to the side. Just going to put some on top. Now I'm going to bake it in the oven, and I'll show you when it's done. Okay, the cake is ready. It's been cooling for a little bit in there. Just going to cut a slice. Let me get it out of the tray so that I can cut it better. Look at that. It smells absolutely amazing. I'm going to taste it. It tastes really good. Thanks for watching and see you again in the next video.